Hey there, Nathan from acefunnel.com, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to read your metrics after you launch your Facebook ads campaign. It's very important to know your metrics, know your numbers, because you got to know if your ads are working or not. Because if you don't read this correctly, you'll be wasting money. And you don't want to do that, right? So I'm going to show you just real quick how to launch your ad. In the last video, I showed you how to set it up, and I'll just show you how to launch it real quick. How to read the metrics and how to customize your metric columns. Very important. So let's jump over here. So this is the ad I was working on the last video. So after you have everything filled in, we talked about that, you would hit confirm. And then after that, Facebook will review your ad and make sure it's up to their policies. If it's not, they'll tell you why and you have to go back in and correct it. If it's launched and it's good to go, it'll start serving to your audience. And so I'm going to go back over here to my ads manager. And it's going to say, now I'm going to leave this page. I'll show you some of my old campaigns that I have run, and I'll show you how to read these numbers. So let it load here. Okay. So it is now loaded up. So these are some of the ads I ran. Last summer I was targeting mortgage brokers. So I'm going to go click on this here, and you can kind of see my ads and how I read them once I launch it, and just to see how successful they are. So as it's loading here, these are the things I look for when I run ads. So I'm going to scoot over. Here's all my images that I was testing out. I'm going to move this over. So I'm looking at different things like, first off, I want to know my impressions. So how many people are actually looking at my ad? That's what impressions mean. Imagine you're scrolling through your Facebook feed. When someone is exposed to your ad, they see it, that's an impression. I want to see how many impressions it's getting. The more money you spend on your ad campaign, the more impressions it'll get because you're reaching a larger audience. I also want to see my results. So I was trying to get people to fill out a form. And so I was getting pretty good results here. So it depends on what you're trying to get. If you're trying to get more video views or more conversions, you have to go ahead and measure it based on the results you want. And so this is where the results column comes in, and that's based on the objective you choose. So you haven't watched the objective video, make sure to watch video 3 on how to know what objectives you should choose for your campaign. I was going for conversions. I wanted people to fill out a form. So I could see this here based on how many people filled out that form. If I scoot over, I know how much money I spent. Here's the money I spent on that campaign in total. And here's my cost per result. That's very important because you can know how much is it costing per result you want, whether it be per video view or per like or per conversion, right? And I know it costs me about 16 bucks for people to fill out this form, and that's really good. Over here, we call this link clicks. So how many people are actually clicking the link in your ad? So link clicks means the button or the link that takes them over to your funnel. That's what a link click is. Not to be confused with just clicks. Clicks are different. That could be someone clicking on your Facebook page or clicking a like or clicking a comment button. That's what clicks are. I look for link clicks because I know how many people actually clicked on the link to go to my funnel. What I also want to look for here, and I'm going to show you this custom column you can set up. I also want to be looking at, I'm going to find it here. We'll go to performance. No, that's not what I was looking for. Sorry, let me go back here, back to my, we'll go, oh, sorry, I found it now. Sorry about that. It's performance and clicks. I want to see this one right here. This is a good default one because this will tell you your cost per click and your link click-through rate. That's very important. Cost per click and link click-through rate, very important. How many people are actually clicking the link to go to your funnel, and the percentage out of the amount of impressions, so the percentage that see your ad and how many actually click on the link. You want that click-through rate, you want it to be over 1%. If it's over 1%, that is a healthy click-through rate. that means your ad is working and people want to go to that funnel, that landing page. Here's the clicks column. That's, again, that could be anyone clicking your Facebook page, a like. I would not look at this one as much. Look at your click-through rate and your link click column. Very important. So those are the main metrics that you should be looking at. Click-through rate, link clicks, your impressions, cost per click, link click, and their cost per results, whatever you're trying to rank for. And that's not there anymore. But I showed that to you earlier, your cost for results. Very important. So next I want to show you how you can customize these columns. So go down here, you click on your column drop down, go down to customize columns. So in this one, you can actually go ahead and you can move your metrics around and choose them to be displayed. You can customize it. So you can choose, I just want results to be displayed. I just want frequency. Frequency, by the way, is how often your ad is shown to the audience. If it's over like 6, that means your audience is seeing, or the same person is seeing that 6 times already. Think about it when you watch TV, right, and you see a commercial, and that commercial keeps getting played every commercial segment. And you're just like, man, I've seen this ad so often, I'm getting tired of it. Same thing here with frequency. This means that your ad is being shown to that same user a lot if it's too high. Usually anything over 4 or 5 is way too high. You need to go ahead and mix up your images, mix up your video, show them a different ad. Here's your impressions. We talked about that. And CTR, which is click-through rate, CPC. So you can go ahead and choose whichever you'd like. You can customize your columns. You just click on which ones you want to be displayed, and then down here, you click apply. And now you've created a customized column set for the metrics that you want to see. You can also do it based on engagement, based on the conversions. Remember those events we talked about, which ones you want which events you want to see. Other things like ad creative and tracking. I don't get too deep into this, to be honest, for mine, but I set up some basic ones here. This is not as important. But I would say impressions, link clicks, cost per link click, and costs are link click-through rate. And also your results you're looking for and your spend. Those are some of the biggest ones that you really want to focus on to make sure your ad campaign is running successfully. Once again, link click-through rate needs to be over 1%. That means you have a good, healthy ad and people like it and they're clicking through to your website. That's how you really measure it on a Facebook ad level. There's more metrics to measure once they arrive on your funnel, but we're not going to go over that in this video. Just once you launch your campaign, how to really look at the metrics to make sure your ads are successful. So hopefully this video was helpful. That is the end of this Facebook ads mini course. Hopefully that was helpful. We went through all the way from basically how to create your ad, how to launch your campaign, how to set up your Facebook pixel, how to set up your Facebook business page, Facebook Ads Manager, all the way to launching your campaign and how to read these metrics. So hopefully you enjoyed that mini course, and thanks again.